I've been playing only Gladiator Beast for the past few days, and the results have been amazing. The win rate is super high, and I fully stand by the control version. No Prisma, no Test Tiger. Here's why. When I played the Prisma Test Tiger version, I kept running into the same issues. Only Prisma, no Tiger, too many monsters in hand. Had the combo, but got punished if it got stopped. Opponent had a 1900 attack beater, and I couldn't do anything without Tiger. I kept losing like that, but since switching to the control version, everything changed. The deck feels way stronger and consistent now. The control version lets you play some absolute MVP cards. Insanely strong whether you go first or second. These cards make a huge difference. Let me show you my favorites. Shrink is the most slept on card in Gladiator Beast. It's insanely good, both offensively and defensively, and makes a huge difference in a deck like this. It's the card I always want to draw. Super versatile. It acts like prison, like smashing ground, it clears threats, helps your monsters resolve their effects, and solves the deck's biggest problem, dealing with 1900 plus attack monsters. Going second, it often feels better than Test Tiger, and going first, it's great to set. It rarely loses value, it flips games, and protects your plays. Honestly, I can't think of a single game where it was a dead draw. It's just that good. Next is Smashing Ground. I only main deck one copy, but it's honestly one of the most crucial cards in the deck. Almost every game I go second, I side in two more. It helps solve one of the deck's biggest issues, dealing with monsters that have higher attack than your Gladiator Beasts. I know most versions play it, at least in the side. The only downside is that you can only use it on your turn, and in a control deck like this, that can be a bit of a drawback since you want to always have responses during your opponent's turn. Still, when you're going second, few cards do the job better. Last up is Gladiator Proving Ground, and this card is absolutely key to stabilizing the deck. There are a few reasons why. First of all, it's basically like playing 4 copies of Bestiary. That's huge. Unlike in Prisma builds, where Bestiary often ends up stuck in the graveyard if your play gets interrupted, Proving Ground gives you instant access from the deck whenever you need it. That means more consistent access to Geyserus, which is obviously one of the deck's biggest power plays. On top of that, it's also like playing 6 Laquari, which has the best stats among the Gladiator Beasts. So yeah, running 3 Proving Ground gives you that flexibility and consistency without relying on setup in the graveyard. It's just a really strong card all around. So here's the deck list. Feel free to pause the video and take a closer look if you'd like. I'll continue in a moment with a few more thoughts on the deck. If you try the deck, you'll quickly see that its biggest strength is consistency. Being able to summon a monster and set 3 or 4 back row almost every turn is what makes it so solid. The main deck feels really clean. I like how many answers it has, even going second. Playing 2 Ready Yari is clutch in a lot of matchups. Compulsory used to be a 2, but it felt a bit situational. Most of the time I was using it to save my own monster rather than interrupt my opponent. Running 3 Chariot is super strong. Most lists play only 2, but seeing it early is often game-changing. Waboku is solid, though I could see dropping to 1 since it can be mediocre at times. Trap Sun is one of the best enablers for your plays, and while I'm not the biggest fan of Book of Moon in this format, it works well. It's another way to deal with big threats. This side deck is still a work in progress, but one of the biggest mistakes I see, and that I've made myself, is siding in too many cards, especially floodgates. It's a bit like Vayu Turbo. If you overside, you lose consistency. I've tested things like Dimensional Fissure or Light Imprisoning Mirror, and while they can be strong, they often sit there, doing nothing to actually help you win. Sometimes you just end up staring at your own floodgates, hoping your opponent doesn't draw Heavy Storm, and meanwhile, you're not advancing your board. That's how you lose games. So yeah, the side is fairly standard for now, but there's definitely room to refine it. Ancient Forest is a great example. It's a card I didn't expect much from, but it really works, especially against Machina or hero decks. If your opponent doesn't remove it, it can stall the game and win you turns. Right now I'm sitting at second place on the ladder with a really strong win rate, actually on a 10-game win streak at the moment. We'll see in the next few days if I can catch up to Swaglord, though he's a really solid frog player. Alright, now I'm going to leave you with 2 of my recent matches. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in a coaching style video, kind of like what I did for Gravekeepers, but focused on Gladiator Beast, breaking down plays, side patterns, and decision making in detail. That's it for now. Enjoy the games.